Hey guys, it's Phyra, and today I'm going to show you the all-new Urban Decay Shadow Box. This is an Ulta exclusive and it's available now online at Ulta. So first let me show you the box that it came in because I thought it was pretty. It has like this sort of pinky purple watercolor effect. On the back it tells you about the 12 shades that comes in the palette. There are 3 new shades and they said 9 best sellers. The 3 new shades are Baked Cowboy, Indo, and Moon Shadow. Let me show you the palette itself. I think the palette is beautiful. It reminds me of the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. Let me show you the two of those side by side. See, the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette has a very similar purple watercolor effect. This is purple and black. I really like this sort of packaging. I'm so happy that Urban Decay decided to release something else with this sort of purple. It is made out of solid cardboard and it has a magnetic closure. The Urban Decay logo is embossed and it's metal. It's actually sort of like the Pulp Fiction palette with the way it has like a metallic like close. So it feels sturdy, but not as sturdy as, say, the Vice or the Build Your Own Shadow Box, which I do want to show you the size of the two of these. As you can see, this one's a little thinner and it's maybe a 1/5 smaller than the Build Your Own palette. But instead of holding 6 shadows, this holds 12. So let me show you the shadows up close. Oh, and it also has a mirror, of course. So you can see the 12 shadows. I'm going to swatch these on primer, of course. So the first color I have swatched for you is Sin, which is supposed to be a champagne shade. Next is Free Love, which is a golden peach. This didn't seem as pigmented as the single of Free Love that I have. This is Baked Cowboy, one of the new shades. It's a golden bronze. And this is Smog, which is, and this is Smog, which is a copper bronze. Smog is, of course, extremely pigmented. That's Bordello, and it's like a mauve. That's Tornado, and it's a red tone purple. That's Flash, and it seems a little different than the other Flash that I own. The blue shift is more subdued in this one. This is Moon Shadow, another of the new shades, and it's deep navy blue. This is Blackout. It's a great matte black. This is Mushroom. It's a sort of warm gray, and I really like this shade with my eye color. I think it looks really good with blue-green eyes. This is Indo, and it's a metallic green. It wasn't as pigmented as I thought it would be. It was slightly less pigmented than I thought it would be. This is Lost, and it's a metallic brown, and it was very pigmented. Now, since I know some of you are going to ask how similar these shades are to other Urban Decay shades, I'm going to go ahead and swatch some of them for you. So this is the Urban Decay Tornado, that's from the Shadow Box, which is less pigmented and slightly, I think it's just a slightly softer color than the Tornado from the Wizard of Oz palette. So this is Flash from the Shadow Box palette, and this is my Flash, that's a single, and I feel like my single Flash is more pigmented than the Flash from the Shadow Box. So this is Free Love from the Shadow Box, and then my single Free Love. And while I feel both the colors look identical, I do feel like the Free Love that's in the Shadow Box is slightly less pigmented, so you have to build it up more, but it will build up to the same color. Because I was curious about Indo and Loaded, you can see Indo is a much lighter green than Loaded, which is over here. This is Moon Shadow, and this is Evidence. And to me, Evidence is a deeper shade than Moon Shadow. And I was swatching these out of the Smoked palette. So this is Baked Cowboy, and this is the Old Half Baked. And the Old Half Baked is slightly deeper in tone. So overall, I like the Urban Decay Shadow Box from Ulta. Like I mentioned before, it's $34 and it's available now. A couple of the shades were not as pigmented as the originals that I own, but I really like the convenience of having all 12 shades in this palette. The reason I purchased this palette is because I thought it would be perfect for travel, and I really believe it is because you're getting 12 shades that fits in a smaller space than the Build Your Own that I have, as you can see, because it's smaller. So that appeals to me, and maybe that'll appeal to you. And one more time, I love the packaging. Thank you so much, Urban Decay, for making some pretty packaging. I have desperately wanted something that was similar to the Vice, and this is similar even if it's not identical. I love them both. So anyway, what do you think of the new Urban Decay Shadow Box? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.